Okay, so this is Tuesday homework for the Exploring Math class, Exploring Junior High Math. And if you are still working with Monday's packet, please review Heart Academy. I'm putting everything up there, so no matter where you are in the sequence or whichever Miss Baytab has told you to do, I'm just trying to make a video for everything. And you know I will be back on Thursday morning. Okay, if you didn't know, now you do. So you had a lot of sheets that were for Tuesday homework, and I'm not sure which one you're on. So my plan is to do half of every sheet. That way homework is reduced a whole lot. All right, so this is the first sheet for Tuesday. Remember, this is Tuesday homework. If you're still working on Monday stuff, go back to my lab under Heart Academy and find Monday's stuff. Here we go. So we're working with inequalities. 5 is not more than x. Remember, not more means not more. So it's the opposite. And what's the opposite of not more? Is less than. So 5 is less than x is what it's looking for here. Let's go over here to number 2. Value of x is greater than or equal to 14. Well, let's take care of the greater than or equal to part. Greater than or equal to value of x. So it'll look like this. X is greater than or equal to 12. Greater than or equal to 12. And x. And notice it'll either say x or value of x. It just means the same thing, the variable x. 6 is not less than x. What's the opposite of not less? Greater than. So if 6 is not less than x, 6 should be greater. So 6 is greater than x. Your next one, value of x is greater than 7. So is greater than 7. Whoops. That's supposed to be a 7. I know I can write that better. And number 6, x is greater than 15. Greater than 15. Let me move here. And I know I'm going quick, but you know, you can always stop, pause the video as you need. And let's see, I'm just going to keep going with this one. Number 7. X is not more than 13. Not more. If it's not more, it's less. So x is less than 13. 9 is less or equal to x. Is less or equal to. So 9 is less than or equal to x. Value of x is at least 1. At least means there's more possibilities. If there's more possibilities, it's greater than or equal to. So it'll look like that. Let me write that one neater for you. So what you have is x is greater than or equal to 1. Because at least means there's more than one possibility. Okay, so number 10, value of x is less than 14. Less than 14. And number 11, value of x is less than or equal to 10. Less than or equal to 10. There's x. X is more than 3. X is more than 3. Let's see what else we got. Alrighty. Excuse me, our next one, x is less than, or 16 is less than x. So less than x. So 16 is less than x. It'll look like this. Value of x is at most 8. So at most means there's a cap on it, there's a limit. So at most means less than or equal to. X is at most 8. Value of x is at most. At most means there's 8 or less. As opposed to the one we just had, which was, where was it? At least. At least means 1 or bigger. Value of x is not greater than 18. What's not greater than? The opposite is less than. 2 is more than x. 2 is more, means greater than x. Here you go. Well, I finished that whole sheet for you, with you. And so we're going to move on to the next homework sheet for Tuesday's packet. And this time I'm only going to do half. I said I was going to do half the first time, but I didn't. So on this sheet you have, let's see, let's see, and 4. All right. I think this might be your next one. Your next one. Let me check again. That was the one we just did. A total of 4. Aha, so it's this one. Here we go. Your next one actually looks like this. Either this one or this one, but I think if it was stapled in order that I sent it, this is the next one. So I'll go with this one first. And for some reason I cut off number 1, so this is actually number 2, so that's where we'll begin. Okay, so let's write these. 17 subtracted from x is at least 19. So let's first break this apart. Let's do the is at least 19. Remember, at least 19. At least means there is a cap. Okay, and whoops, I put it the wrong way. So at least means there's greater than or equal to 19. And 17 subtracted from x. So there it is. Remember, this keyword tells you that whatever it says up here is going to be at the end of the first half of your statement. Okay? Let's go with number 3. 11 more than x. 11 more than x is less than 3. Let's get that part down first. Less than 3. And then that means this half, 11 more than x. How would we write that? More means add. So 11 more than x. And this then, again, indicates the end of the statement. That means x will go first. So it means I'm basically starting out with x, and then now I have 11 more than that. And all of this is less than 3. X multiplied by 6 is a greater than 12. Let's first do greater than 12. Okay, x multiplied by 6, as you know, can look like that, 6x. Okay, number 5. The ratio of x and 12 is not greater than 14. Is not greater than means less than 14. Okay, so that takes care of this half. The ratio of x and 2, what does ratio mean? Division. And let's see. That means that there's 5 problems left for this worksheet. Try working with these on your own. And I will do half of the other page. Here we go. And so with these, they're not inequalities anymore. Okay? So they're just statements because you don't have an equal or inequality. There's no equal or sign or an inequality sign. So we're writing what we see. We're writing what we hear. 1/8 of q added to 4. Added to means it's towards the end. So I have a plus 4. And what was the beginning part? 1/8 of q. So that's 1/8 q is added to 4. Now these sound a little bit more difficult and they are a little bit more tricky to write, but again, practice makes perfect, guys. All I'm doing is asking you to give it a shot. Let's try the next one. The sum of 5 and p is divided by 2. Okay, so the sum of 5 and p is divided by 2. What does sum mean? Sum means add. So the sum of 5 and p, 5 and p is divided by 2. It's divided by 2. Or you can write it like this. 5 plus p divided by 2. Either way is acceptable. Number 3. 1/4 of the difference between y and 3. All right, what's the key word here? Difference. So you know it's a subtraction sign or subtraction problem. 1/4 of the difference between y and 3. So 1/4 of the difference between y and 3. Of this particular of is meaning multiplication. So that one is a tricky one, but I'll tell you it looks like this. 1/4 of multiplication, difference between y and 3. Okay, let me see if there's any other ones like that, so you can try to pick up on a pattern here. There is another one that's like that. Let's see, did I copy it? Yes, I did. Number 8. So check this one out, and it's written a little differently. Multiply 1/3 and x minus 6. So 1/3 multiplied x minus 6. Multiply 1/3 and x minus 6. So you can write it this way, or this would have been fine, times x minus 6. Okay, and so those, so that should make it easier. So all the ones that require parentheses are done. So we'll make it a little bit easier for you. Okay, so there should be no more of these answers that require the parentheses. So let me go back up to number 4 and do a few more of these. 12 more than the product of 6 and x. All right, 12 more than, this is not the inequality part, remember. So when you see than, it means that it's going to be on the end of your inequality. The product, you know that means multiply, of 6x. So 6x plus 12. So this looks like I had 6x and now I have 12 more. So 12 more than 6x. One more. Twice of b. That means multiply. Twice of b, so basically 2b, is decreased by 1/4. What does decrease mean? Subtraction. 1/4, 0.25. Or even better, 1/4. So I have 2b minus 1/4. So now you have the rest to do on your own. So your homework is a lot easier for you to do and will take less time. And remember, if you're still working on Monday's homework or classwork packet, go look at Heart Academy. I'm putting all those up immediately so that wherever you are with your material, wherever Ms. Baytop has you, you have some resources that'll help you out. Okay, guys, I will see you Thursday.